Hello everyone and welcome to Movie Review UK. My name is Michael Jamieson and today I'm reviewing Green Room. Green Room is a horror/thriller movie and we saw it as part of Odeon's Scream Unseen promotion this time. This is where you pay £5 and you see a random film that they say is going to be a good film but you don't know what it is. And you do know it's a horror because this is the Scream variety. Green Room, really interesting film. Starts off, it's about this band, an indie kind of pretentious band, if you like. They talk about how they're not on social media because they believe that music should be a live act, should have texture, as they claim. So for me, immediately I started to dislike them, and then that made me think: are they purposefully wanting me to think that they're arseholes because they're going to kill them brutally because this is a horror film starring young people, and typically doesn't end well for that kind of character. I'm not going to hit you with heavy spoilers, but I will say that basically one thing leads to another and they end up at a bar type place, like a club bar for racist people, racist skinheads, kind of neo-Nazi type things, I think is the technical term. There are like bumper stickers saying white power on, all that kind of thing, white power flags and all that kind of thing. And they find themselves in a lot of trouble. It's called Green Room because essentially they're pretty much trapped in the backstage room of this club due to circumstances. Now, there's some decent actors in this film. Unfortunately, I don't know many of their names. There's that dude from Star Trek, Patrick Stewart. There's also that other guy from Star Trek who plays Yankovic, is it? That's probably racist. The Russian guy from Star Trek, he's in it. He plays probably the main character and also the most likeable person of the group. Then we've also got people like Maybe from Arrested Development. Again, don't know the actor's name. Alia Shawkat, something like that. But yeah, decent acting. I thought that everyone did a good job. Particularly like just kind of the head thug, who you feel he goes on his own story arc, and certainly when he starts the film you think that he's in control, very calm, collected, dealing with this situation as it unfolds, and yeah, it's very tense. The film gets very dark very quickly. What I will say about the pacing is that it is all over the shop. Now, I'm not particularly one of these people who cares about pacing and that kind of filmy things, but it was quite jarring. It was quite, a steady pace. And then it just ramps up massively, but then it slows right down, and then the last kind of 10 minutes is like a snail pace almost. After they introduced the characters, I wasn't sure how keen I was on this film. I wasn't sure how on board I was with it, but actually in the end I really enjoyed it. I think that it had an overall nervousness and tenseness and horrifying nature. It's also incredibly gory. It certainly earns its 18 certificate. In fact, there's a few scenes which are horrific. There is one in particular, and if you were a viewer of this film you could be thinking, oh, I know which scene he's on about, but actually, having spoken to a few people after the film, they found a different scene far worse than the scene that I found the worst. But it involves an arm. I won't say anything more than that. It's an absolutely horrifying scene. It's really well done because they use kind of horror concealment to its greatest effect, and it is absolutely horrible, and it will stay with me in a horrifying way. There's also some really nice, interesting shots. There's like a shot where the camera tensely moves across a bar, and there's one where a significant action happens in the background, with the background all blurred, and it's like I almost got it. It's not really relevant or appropriate other in terms of just the way that the character moves on screen, but I got a sense of almost The Ring from it. But it's kind of a yes moment, so it does get you emotionally invested, and yeah, just a very, very good film. It's got it's got a very consistent score. It's like a